Hello everyone and welcome to Wrestling Ramblings. This is episode 5. I'm Terry Speller, the Wrestling Superfan. We've got a pretty packed out lot of stuff I've got to say today, which is surprising. There's been a lot going on. I'll start out first with obviously the big news. Batista was back in Raw this past Monday, and the current plans for Batista, so the rumours are going, is to heavily push him into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at the WrestleMania 30. And it is believed that he would be favourite to win the Royal Rumble match and go headline the big event in New Orleans. Those are still the plans, but as we all know with WWE, they can change at any time. However, WWE have said that they are very pleased with the reaction he got on Monday Night Raw, and to be perfectly honest, I don't blame him really, but I'm glad he took out Antonio Del Rio. The guy's a jerk, and he's just boring. That was probably the biggest reaction he's had on the receiving end of anything in ages. Anyway, what else is there? Oh yeah, it's been reported that CM Punk's latest contract is set to expire in July, and that WWE plan on getting everything out of him in case he decides not to renew his contract, which he's kind of done before, and I think he's going to bring him right down to the wire again and try and negotiate the best contract he can get. I think it's all well aware that his last contract gave him a certain ability to say what was on his mind, less script work, more just bullet points, and let him just run with saying whatever he wants to say, as long as he adheres to the script, the bullet points, or the direction that the script would have gone. So whether or not he's going to do that, whether or not he's going to try and push to be a champion again, who knows. However, CM Punk has been very vocal over the years, talking about how he wants to walk away from the WWE on his own terms and not be forced out due to injury, which is something I think everyone's worried about. With the current storyline with Punk and the Authority, one could assume that this angle may continue into the summer, potentially something similar to the summer of Punk in 2011. If CM Punk does not sign a new contract, WWE Payback could be the last pay-per-view that he will be on for WWE. And let's take a minute to think about this. If in July CM Punk decides, not going to sign, wants to pursue other things, because he's quite big on the comic circuit and stuff, WWE is going to be a heck of a lot worse off without CM Punk in there. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan keep the whole thing fresh and entertaining, I think. And if people like CM Punk leave, that's losing I believe the internet wrestling community will have a field day with this, but more importantly, WWE might even lose a bit of credibility by losing someone like CM Punk, because CM Punk made it fresh again. There is always that element of not knowing quite what's going to come out of CM Punk's mouth at any given time. He's got that kind of aura about him that you don't know if he's just going to drop the mic and walk away, or stop what he's doing halfway through a match and just go, not going to do it, and walk off. There is that element of suspense that he could do anything and get away with it, and I think that's what draws people in. Plus also the guy is a huge wrestling fan, on top of being a brilliant wrestler. You can see that by the fact that in his matches he pulls out moves that if you're a fan you would understand, like and anyone who pulls, like I think he was in Montreal or something, and he did Bret Hart elbow off the second rope. He just did punches, and he was basically mimicking certain moves of the Hitman. And to be honest, anyone who does a elbow drop off the top rope and does it in the style and way of Macho Man Randy Savage, my personal hero, then the guy wins every time for me. And it would be a sad day if we lose him in the wrestling world, because, and to be honest, do we actually want to see him go to TNA? Yes, it might boost TNA, but TNA, really, he's better than that. In another news, I just found this randomly on the internet, and I just thought I'd share it with you. Hulk Hogan tweeted this a couple of days ago or today. I didn't actually check the date, but it says, "Okay, midlife crisis. I'm getting started. I'll throw the pythons or the 30-inch pythons up against any man, woman, or beast, any day, any time. 2014 is the Hogan year. What the actual fuck? Really? You all heard my rant about this in episode 1. Hulk Hogan really and truly should not be wrestling. And if any of us believe that he's going to get back in the ring and do any kind of wrestling, is any of us we're going to get it? We'll probably buy it for the nostalgia thing, but anything longer than 5 minutes of him just do a few of his bits, a couple of punches, big boot, and pose. That's it. He can't do anything else, and to be honest, do we actually want to see him do anything else? Because if he does, we're all sitting there worried at any moment they're going to throw the cross up and he's going to be injured. So who knows? I found this as well. The reason, for anyone who's a wrestling fan and likes WWE at the moment, obviously everyone was a huge fan of Dolph Ziggler, and people still are, but there was a lot of confusion and stuff of why exactly Dolph Ziggler, his push ended. Because at one point we were all rooting for him, we were all determined for him to win that cash in the Money in the Bank, and he did against the boring Alberto Del Rio, and it was great, but we all kind of realised that he would probably lose it instantly anyway, but we still were behind him and we wanted him to win. He was a cool heel. Now he's a face / heel / God knows what. But the reason it was stopped could be something to do with something he had said. And it was an interview quite a while ago, apparently, and he said this. He said, everybody can be just so outspoken about taller guys, and guys like Randy Orton being the face of WWE. He is the WWE champion. I dare you to put me in a back alley with Randy Orton or someone like that. I guarantee I'm not afraid of someone taller. Now, I might be reading this wrong, but to me, he isn't dissing Randy Orton. He's not having a gut pop at Randy Orton. He's just stating the fact that the guy was a WWE champion. Ziggler feels that he's could be on the same level. Plus also the fact that Randy Orton is a taller guy. Not a bigger star, just a taller guy. Now, why is that bad enough to stop the guy's push? I didn't hear anything bad in that. He was just stating that Orton is taller, that's it. And it's irritating because Orton has been known to do it again. We all know what happened with him and Anderson. He had a match with Anderson, didn't like something Anderson did, and Orton slayed him down to the ground, in which case Anderson then got fired. At the time, Ken Kennedy. But it made me think, and don't you hate it when you think you're saying something nice and giving someone or something praise for doing something that you think is quite good, and for whatever reason, they get shitty and nasty at you. It's like, grow the fuck up. All I'm saying, I'm trying to be nice and say something to you, and you're getting arsey for no reason. Have you heard something in there that shouldn't have been there? I don't know. It's hard not to turn around and say, you really are actually crap. And what you do is dull, boring, seen it before, and copied from better. And copied from people and things that are better than you. So, for people like that and Orton who read between the lines and see things that ain't there and get shitty when someone isn't really dissing you, take a long walk off a short pier, because it is silly. Grow up. Really? I mean, Orton needs to grow up. And it's just... it's one of my bugbears. You try and be nice to someone, say something nice, and it backfires, and they seem to read, between the lines and think you're saying something nasty, and they get shitty and throw things in your face and just generally get nasty. And to me, that just shows a sign of a very insecure, potentially dick-ish people and person. So people like that, no time for, don't like them, go away. And if I met Orton or anyone who I know does that sort of thing, I might, for people like Orton, I might be an exception. I might, you do that whole star thing of go, hey, I respect the fact that you got to there. Anyone else though, especially in the indie circuit, if you diss people for doing absolutely nothing but trying to praise you, screw you, your company will probably fold. You probably won't wrestle for much longer. You might not manage for much longer. You may not promote, book, drive a car, get a taxi. I don't know. Whatever it is in life that you do, it probably won't be for much longer if you're that insecure a person. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on that. So anyway, so yeah, that's some stuff I want to talk about for WWE. I won't mention TNA because, to be perfectly honest, there's not really much to say about TNA at the moment. Dixie Carter's a prat. No, Dixie Carter, I don't know her personally. I've never known her, spoken to her, done anything with her whatsoever. All I know is what I see and read and hear, and secondhand information from the internet and from actual people who work for TNA, because I know a few of them. And yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They seem to have this bottomless pit of money that I think everyone wishes they could have, and they seem to be able to throw it away, because if you've seen the pictures, they're not getting any money in. So, but who knows? Something might be coming around the corner. Apparently big changes are coming, she's mentioned, but we shall see. Anyway, let me talk about other things now. Let me move on to the Southwest Wrestling, because everyone knows I've got a huge boner for Southwest Wrestling, it seems, because I just, I live in the Southwest now. I'm originally from Essex, but yeah, since I've been in the Southwest, that's when wrestling's really hit home to me, the local promotions, and just how hard these guys really struggle and really push to get their product over and get the product known and listened to and liked. So anything I can do to plug a show or a wrestler in particular, I will do to the ends of the earth, because they need all the help they can get. And that's why I keep asking everyone who listens, please go to a local wrestling show near you, because they need your support and you will enjoy every second of it. So I will do my annual pimping and plugging and shamelessly plugging of wrestling companies in the hopes that maybe I get free stuff. But no, more importantly, I just want people to see these shows and do them, help them, give them money, stand in front of them, throw cash at the wrestlers as they walk past, anything, just try it and get these guys known. So I'll start with LEP from Brixton. I just want to plug their school. It is officially opening. It will be officially open from Monday the 27th of January, and it's open 7 days a week. 7 days a week I've been able to wrestle. Check the Facebook page for times. I will put the link back up if it isn't there for whatever reason. Check back on the Crunch website, because it's the Crunch Facebook page, and also previous Wrestling Rambling videos, because the link will be at the bottom in the comments. Also, this goes out to any actual wrestlers out there, or anyone, I guess, who has had sufficient enough training to have had a match, a rumble, anything. This goes out to you guys in particular. LEP have a special open day on Sunday the 26th of January, the day before the main gym opens. So on the 26th of January, LEP are holding an open day for wrestlers, with 2 veterans taking the session: World of Sport legend Steve Prince, PWA's very own Soldier Boy, and the Ultimate Rule Breaker, who I've spoken to you all about before, UK Dominator. They are taking the session, and you need to see it. One word of warning. Actually, no, this isn't a word of warning. This is a piece of advice. If you do go to them and you do go to LEP, go up to UK Dominator and ask him, could I please get chopped? Because I swear, you'll enjoy the experience. It'll be wonderful. You'll love it. But what an amazing way to open a school, by having a session there with two veterans of the UK industry, a World of Sport legend, and a guy who I've said before, and it's a crime that he's not got to that next level. But he is probably one of the biggest wrestlers in the Southwest, and who has been all around the country and further afield. He is UK Dominator, and like I say, well, there's nothing more to say about Steve Prince apart from the fact of World of Sport legend. Come on, that's just enough there and then. Also reminded that LEP have a Brixham show on the 8th of March, which their newly appointed general manager, the moneymaker AJ Harrison, will be making a special announcement this week regarding the Southwest Championship match. He would also like to state he is here to help. Whether or not this was aimed at me or you, the fans and public in general, I have no idea. Sounds a little bit ominous, but on the other hand, it might be quite cool, and the guy might be groovy. Pro-evw have a show on the 22nd of February at the Merchants Academy Sports Centre in Bristol. Current champion Justin the Hammer Sizem is set to be in attendance, along with the hottest tag team in the UK at the moment, the Alpha Males. Doors open at 6:30. Call 01173015006 or go to www.pro-evw.co.uk for more information and for the tickets. There you go. Those are the big things I wanted to pimp out. On a personal note, it's only a few weeks till February 9th. Hang on, let me just double check the time. I don't want to get this wrong. Yes, February 9th is PWA UK, Plymouth Wrestling Alliance UK's first show of the year. That is going to be held at Stonehouse Creek Leisure Centre. Go to www.pwaonline.info for more information and tickets. They are going to have a fantastic show there. They're going to have Steve Prince will be there. So will UK Dominator. I believe that. Who else is going to be? Eddie Ryan will be there. And like I said to you before, there is going to be that epic and bound to be awesome match, clash. Just, it's going to be brutal. I can just see it's going to be brutal. Brother versus brother. The current PWA champion, Chris Marvel, or as I like to refer to him, the wrestler formerly known as Mark Walsh, will go up against his brother, Danny Walsh, for the championship. It's going to be intense. This is brother against brother, and Chris Marvel has been a complete and utter douche to Danny Walsh and to PWA in general, really. Not only did he essentially steal the title from not only Eddie Ryan, but his brother Danny Walsh is just the guy needs to be taken down a peg, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Danny Walsh. It's got to be. And yeah, if Danny Walsh doesn't win, God knows where it's going to go from there. It's just going to be an epic match. And like I say, brother versus brother. These guys were a tag team, pretty marvellous, who were, again, they were essentially what the name says, pretty marvellous as a tag team. So them facing each other is going to be, these guys know each other inside and out. Brother versus brother, not just tag team partners. So I can't plug it enough. It's going to be a fucking amazing match. So yeah, that's February 9th at the Stonehouse Creek Leisure Centre. Please be there. And also, I'm doing the MC, so you'll have my ugly mug in the ring doing the ring announcing. So yeah, that's all. It's all good. Anyway, this has been Wrestling Ramblings episode 5. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I hope to speak to you all again next week for the next show. Until then, bye bye.